Happy Wednesday, everyone. This is Amber, as per usual, and the theme this week is 5 books that we want to recommend. So I've put a little thought into this because the purpose of me making this the theme was so that I could recommend books to Aaron and Catherine and have them recommend books to me so that I'd have something to read of a reading week, and also just for future reference since we have similar interests. So here we go. I'm gonna do a list of 5. I'm gonna explain them all, and some of the books I have here, some of them I've lent out, some of them I don't own. So the ones I have, I'll show you. The ones I don't have, well, you can use your imagination or Google it. Oh, the wonders of modern technology. So the first book I'm gonna recommend is called The Name of the Wind, but I'm also gonna couple it with Wise Man's Fear because they're part of the same series, and the third one will come out eventually. So those 3 books, well, 2 books, but there's going to be a third one, and it's also going to be amazing, are all amazing. They're fantasy books, but they have a cool sciencey aspect to them where they sort of explain the magic, and the writing is poetic. It's amazing. It's probably the best writing I've ever read, and it's just really enjoyable. Like the whole thing, like it's like you're on a journey. It's great. So I recommend Wise Man's Fear and The Name of the Wind first. The second book I'm going to recommend is called Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. This book is pretty amazing. It's post-apocalyptic. It takes place through the eyes of the last man on Earth. So it's really worth a read. The writing's amazing. It is Margaret Atwood, and it's very science fiction-y. So it's really, really good. If you like anything post-apocalyptic and you like good writing, it's just brilliant. I recommend that one. The third book I'm going to recommend is called The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. It's amazing. It's really inspirational. I kind of wanted to mix up my assortment a bit. Basically, the concept of the book is when you die, you meet 5 people who basically tell you the meaning of your life. So it's really good because it puts life into perspective. It's by Mitch Albom, so try that one out. Book number 4, I'm going to do The Little Prince, or Le Petit Prince. I don't know if you guys speak French. I assume you don't, but I read it in grade 12 French. We made to decipher it, and it was fun. But it's a kid's book. It's only like I think like 100 pages, but some of it's pictures, and it's cool because it's a criticism of adulthood through the eyes of a child almost. But you just kind of have to read it and catch the symbolism and stuff. It's really well done. So I recommend just checking it out because it'll probably take you an hour or so to read, and it puts a lot of things into perspective. And last but not least, number 5, it's a book called The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. There's a movie too. It's an indie sort of movie, but it's about this guy who's French, and he was the editor of a magazine called Elle back in I think the 90s, and he ended up suffering this horrible stroke, which caused him to have locked-in syndrome, which basically means that you're fully conscious inside, but you can't really move. But he was able to move one eye, and he was able to blink. So with that, he ended up writing a book by blinking at somebody who would like transcribe. So she'd like point to a letter, and he'd blink if it's the one he wanted. And so basically, it's like his experiences with locked-in syndrome from him actually having it. So it's really depressing and sad, but inspirational at the same time. So be wary because it is a powerful book, but it's worth reading, especially since the guy blinked like all these words, all these letters, even not even words. So it's really, out of respect, I would just read it. And I'll see you guys soon. Actually, Saturday, no, Friday. You guys better be around on Friday for Zelda.